Hello everyone, welcome back to Chinmoy's Biology channel. This is yet another new episode for CBSE 12 students. So today we are here with the human reproductive system. So this is quite an interesting lesson, which is a huge lesson, and I have divided it into very small parts so that it will make your learning process easier. So without further delay, let's get started with today's episode of human reproductive system. Let's start human reproduction today. So let us start. So as you are aware that humans are sexually reproducing and they are viviparous. So we should know first what is viviparous and what is oviparous, right? So we will first know that what are viviparous and what are oviparous. Now let us just go through this and then we will move on to the definitions of viviparous and oviparous. Now the reproductive events in humans include the formation of gametes, that is called gametogenesis, sperms in male and ovum in female. So in the previous classes also in 10th and all you have studied about human reproductive system, but now you are going to study each phases in detail. So we will be taking today the male reproductive system part, and this all in the gradual episodes we will be taking them forward. In each one we will study each. So in the next episode we will study the female reproductive system, next gametogenesis, next menstrual cycle, next fertilization and implantation, then pregnancy and embryonic development, and the last one is parturition and lactation. So in 7 videos or 7 classes we will complete this human reproductive system. So now, to know more regarding this reproductive system as well as many other lessons, you need to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned with all the lessons which I'll be posting, and you'll get the updates if you are subscribing to my channel. So let's continue here. Now sperms in males and ovum in female. Now transfer of sperms into the female genital tract also we will learn, that is insemination, fusion of male and female gametes, fertilization leading to the formation of zygote. Now this is followed by the formation and development of the blastocyst and its attachment to the uterine wall, which is called implantation. Now next to that is the embryonic development or the gestation, and the delivery called the parturition. So gestation is the time when the baby is growing in mother's womb or in the uterus. So that is the embryonic development, that is called the gestation. And we have already learned that these reproductive events occur after puberty itself, and there are remarkable differences between the reproductive events in the male and in the female. For example, sperm formation, it continues even in old men, but the ovum ceases in women after the age of 50. So we have also studied about the menarche and menopause. So at the age of 50 years, mostly women is going through menopause, when this ovum production will stop. So the ovaries will stop producing ovum and there will be no process of fertilization in the female body. So this is how this process continues. Now let us move on to the next slide where we will learn about viviparous and oviparous, right? So here viviparous animals are the animals which are giving birth to offspring. They are called viviparous animals. So what is the speciality? So in viviparous animals, they both fertilization as well as the development of the embryo, which takes place inside the female reproductive system only, right? So once the fetus is developed and it is complete, the mother delivers the baby. So the full process from the fertilization till the development of the embryo is taking place within the female reproductive system. Now this condition is referred to as matrotrophy, where the embryo obtains the nutrients directly from the mother and not the yolk. Okay, so it is not getting the nutrients from the yolk, it is getting the nutrients directly from the mother. So what are the examples of viviparous animals? The examples are, first we will take the example as human beings, then dogs, cats, elephants, etc. are a few examples of viviparous animals. Now we will see what are oviparous animals. So oviparous animals are the animals which are laying eggs, right? So oviparous animals, they are all laying eggs, and so we can say that in oviparous animals fertilization is taking place internally, but the embryo, it is developed outside the body or externally, right? So the eggs of birds such as hen, duck carry immature embryo in them, and the hard shells of eggs protect them from the damage, right? And once the fetus inside the egg is matured enough, then the egg is hatching. The trait of egg-laying animals is known as oviparity. So the animals are called oviparous animals and the trait is called oviparity. And these animals, examples, you can say all birds lay eggs with a typical hard shell of calcium. But frogs, they are having soft gelatinous egg. Though they are egg-laying amphibians, their eggs are not having hard shell of calcium, right? So almost all fishes are oviparous except some species of snakes. All the reptiles are also oviparous, right? In mammals, echidna and platypus are egg laying. So echidna, this mammal, they are all keeping the egg inside a pouch under their body for the incubation. That is until 10 days they'll keep inside the pouch, and after that, after the baby is incubated properly, the baby will gradually hatch from that egg. So echidna and platypus, they are egg laying animals. Now we will move on to the male reproductive system structure. Now we will come to the description of the male reproductive system. Now let us see here. The male reproductive system is located in the pelvis region. Okay, so it is located, just you see the diagram here, it is located in the pelvis region. So this is the pelvis region. Now it includes a pair of testes along with the accessory ducts, glands and external genitalia. So what does it include? The main parts are testes, accessory glands and external genitalia. So that only in details we are going to study now. Now the testes are situated outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch called the scrotum. So look here in the diagram, follow here. This is the scrotum. This is a sac in which the testes are located. Okay, so the scrotum helps in maintaining the low temperature of the testes 2 to 2.5 lower than the normal internal body temperature, right? So if this testes were located inside the body, it would have been harmful for the process of spermatogenesis or the formation of sperm. So it should be outside the body so that the temperature is lower by 2 to 2.5 degree so that the process of spermatogenesis happens properly, right? So it is necessary for the process of spermatogenesis. Now in adults, each testes is oval in shape. You can see the testes is oval in shape and a width of, it is having a length of 4 to 5 centimeter and a width of 2 to 3 centimeter. Okay, the testes is covered by a dense covering and each testes has 250 compartments called the testicular lobule. So each testes, they are having 250 compartments. These are called the testicular lobule. So this we will see here down. So each testes, they are having so many compartments. These are all called the testicular lobules. Okay, these compartments, small compartments, 250 compartments are there. They are called testicular lobules. Now each lobule contains 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. So here there are coiled tubule like structure. They are called seminiferous tubules in which the sperms are produced. In this seminiferous tubules only the sperms are produced, and each seminiferous tubule is lined on its inside by two types of cells called the male germ cells and the Sertoli cells. So inside this seminiferous tubule, each seminiferous tubule outside is lined, on its inside by two layers it is lined. One is the male germ cells and another are the Sertoli cells, right? The male germ cells, they undergo the meiotic divisions, finally leading to the sperm formation, while the Sertoli cells, they provide nutrition to the germ cells. So the male germ cells, they are after meiotic divisions, they are helping in sperm formation, whereas the Sertoli cells, they are all giving nutrition to the germ cells. Now the regions outside the seminiferous tubules are called interstitial spaces, right? So there are regions outside the this seminiferous tubule. These spaces inside are called interstitial cells or Leydig cells. Okay, they are called interstitial cells or Leydig cells. Now, these Leydig cells, they synthesize and secrete testicular hormones called androgens. So, the hormones which are secreted from the testes, that is secreted, they are secreted from the Leydig cells or the interstitial cells. And other immunologically competent cells are also present inside this testes. Right, so this is the male germ cells and the Sertoli cells are there, which are lining the inside of the seminiferous tubule. Then the male germ cells, after meiotic division, they help in sperm formation, whereas the Sertoli cells are providing nutrition to the germ cells. Now the region outside the seminiferous tubules, they are made up of interstitial cells and Leydig cells. Leydig cells, they synthesize and secrete the testicular hormone called the androgens. Okay, so they are secreting androgens. So is it clear till this one? Now we will move on to this part, that is the reed testes, the vas efferentia, and all this we will all see in this diagram itself. Now we will move on to this part. Now, the male accessory ducts include the reed testes, vasa efferentia, epididymis, and vasa deferens. Okay, so these are reed testes here. You can see these are reed testes. This is vasa efferentia, and this one is epididymis. So we will see what are all this. Now, first of all, let us see. Now, the seminiferous tubules we have seen here, the seminiferous tubules are the tubules coiled inside the testes. Now, tubules of the testes open into vasa efferentia. So, these are opening into vasa efferentia through the reed testes. So, through the reed testes, these seminiferous tubules are opening in the vasa efferentia, right? So, they are opening in the vasa efferentia. And the vasa efferentia leave the testes open into the epididymis located along the posterior surface. Okay, so located along the posterior surface. So now each testes, as the vasa efferentia leave the testes and open into the epididymis located along the posterior surface. So this epididymis is located along the posterior surface, where each testes, the vasa efferentia of each testes is opening, right? Now the epididymis leads to vasa deferens. Now look here, this epididymis is leading to vas deferens. Okay, this is leading to vas deferens that ascends. This vas deferens is again ascending towards the abdomen and loops over the urinary bladder. It is ascending towards the abdomen and looping in the urinary bladder. Okay, it receives a duct from the seminal vesicle as well. So it is receiving a duct from the seminal vesicle. It is receiving a duct from the seminal vesicle as well. This is the seminal vesicle. It is really receiving a duct from these seminal vesicle as well. So it is vas efferens is connected to vas deferens, and it is ascending and moving on to the abdominal cavity, where it is it is looping over the urinary bladder. So just make it clear, make the structure and the part from where to where they are moving. So it is moving towards the urinary bladder. It receives a duct from the seminal vesicle and opens into the urethra as the ejaculatory duct. So ejaculatory duct is opening through the urethra. So this vas deferens is gaining another duct from the seminal vesicle and it's opening into the urethra. Okay, so urethra is what? It is the ejaculatory duct. So from where this sperms are ejaculated. So these duct stores and transports the sperm from the testes to the outside through the urethra. So the urethra is the tube or the organ through which the sperms are ejaculated. Is it clear to everyone now? Now the urethra originates from the urinary bladder. Urethra is originating, you can see from the urinary bladder, the urethra is originating from the urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder. From that, the urethra is originating and it is extending through the penis to the external opening called urethral meatus. So it is opening, it is extending down, it is opening into the urethral meatus and the external opening called the urethral meatus, right? So it is ejaculatory duct, it is opening into the urethral meatus, right? Now this is the foreskin of the penis, and this is glans penis, the extended part of the penis. You can see with this is the extended part. These are all the glands here. This is the bulbourethral gland. This one is the prostate gland. Okay. So this is the prostate gland. This down to that small, two small dot one, these are bulbourethral gland. So it's very easy. Just remember in mind that through the reed testes, it is opening into the epididymis, which is again in turn connecting to the vas efferentia, moving to the vas deferens, that is moving to the ureter, and ureter is again getting another duct from the seminal vesicle, which together they combine to contact with urethra, and which is opening in the urethral meatus. So this is all about this reproductive system, right? So this is happening in the structure of this reproductive system. Now here we will see what is happening here. This is the sectional view of a seminiferous tubule. So this we will learn now. What is happening here? Here we are seeing the sectional view of seminiferous tubule, right? So this is a sectional view of seminiferous tubule. Now we can see here the interstitial cells. So cells and all couldn't see in the previous slide. So here we can see the interstitial cells here. These are all spermatogonia. So here these are all spermatogonia. This is spermatozoa. So this section shows you that if you are doing a sectional view of seminiferous tubule and you are seeing this, they are stained properly, right? So under microscope we are seeing like this: spermatogonia, spermatozoa, interstitial cells and these are all Sertoli cells. Okay, these are all Sertoli cells. Now the penis is the male external genitalia. It is made up of special tissue that helps in the erection of penis to facilitate insemination, right? So these are really special tissues which are helping in the erection of the penis to facilitate the insemination process. Okay, so the enlarged end of the penis is called the glans penis. So we have seen there that is the glans penis and is covered by a loose skin called the foreskin. So let us go up once and check what is glans penis and what is foreskin. So the enlarged portion of the penis is the glans penis, the enlarged portion is the glans penis, and there is a skin which is called the foreskin. So this is the foreskin and the enlarged portion is the glans penis. Okay. Now the male accessory glands include paired seminal vesicles, a prostate gland and bulbourethral glands. So that also in the previous slide we have seen. So seminal vesicles, prostate gland and bulbourethral gland. So here see prostate gland. I have shown you these two are the prostate gland. These small two dots are the bulbourethral glands, and here we have seen the seminal vesicles as well. So these are seminal vesicles, these two, from which the duct is coming out and joining the ureter, right? Urethra, sorry. So this seminal vesicle, the duct is coming out and joining the urethra. This is the prostate gland and these are the bulbourethral gland, right? Now let us see what else is there in the male reproductive system. Now secretions of these glands, they constitute of the seminal plasma, which is rich in fructose, calcium and certain other enzymes. Okay, so this seminal plasma, what is it? It is seminal plasma. It is seminal plasma and it is rich in what? It is rich in fructose, calcium, it is rich in fructose, it is rich in calcium, and it is rich in certain enzymes as well, right? So it is rich in certain enzymes as well. The secretions of bulbourethral glands also helps in the lubrication of the penis. So this bulbourethral glands, they also help in the lubrication of the penis, that is they help the penis to keep it moist and lubricated. So this is all about the male reproductive system. So in details we have studied here today. Now in the next video we will be studying about the female reproductive system in detail. So you need to subscribe to my channel to get more updates on this lesson. Not only this lesson, many other more lessons as per your CBSE curriculum in 12th standard I am teaching. So stay tuned, let's see the videos which I will be posting. And if you are having any queries, any doubts, write in my comment box and share my channel as much as you can. Thank you.